step back and watch the step cook.
You own 17 birds. Big ring, I play for the 17 birds. Hit my line if you own 17 birds. Big ring, I play for the 17 birds. I know a guy if you own 17 birds. Big ring, I play for the 17 birds. I know a guy if you own 17 birds. Big ring, I play for the 17 birds. Yeah, I'm from the 17th curb. I'm a G, I know how a G17 works. I'm a beast, I done moved grass all on this turf. Before the pandemic, face mask gonna work, yeah. Feast with the guys, glad bag full of work. Used to help Miss Diane with her bags out of church, cause she let us play them steps from the first to the first. It's like we shared clothes, your dirt was my dirt. You don't need to have a foreign, I saw minivan skirts. We had bitches on the bus, I ain't never chased no skirt. Diamond chains cause I'm up, she just think I'm trying to flirt.
Cut the music, cut the music, cut the music. Yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. Lil Brunson back at you with the back at you, and I am the best reporting on the Eagles. Listen, before we get into the meat and potatoes, I got to let you know, I'm going to let you know that this video was brought to you by Manscaped. Big Manscaped in the building, man. Always, always, always providing you with what you need in terms of, you know what I mean, taking care of yourself and grooming today's man. Use code Brunson, save 20% off, get the free shipping, and the free shipping I fought for that for y'all. Let's let it brew. This is a little impromptu, you know what I'm saying? I didn't really leave it up there. I got some free time, decided to, you know what I'm saying, go live for a second. And that's when, oh yeah, the Hurt season has back jumping out the gym. They were jumping out the gym last year. They jumping out the gym right now. So make sure if you want to be a part of the movement, grab your Hurt season hat. The link will be in the description of this video, as well as all the other links. Listen, man, a lot has been talked about when you're talking about Jalen Hurts, man. Let me say what's up to the people real quick. My guy High Dime, what's going on? Rock the Artist, what up, what up, what up? CJ Huggins, what's good, what's good? My guy Rob T, what's up? ZTV, what's going on? Oh, we got day ones in the building, huh? Spot City Chop, what up? LB, what's good, my brother? I see you doing big things, my guy. Hey, I appreciate you. You already know. We definitely gonna keep it. We're gonna keep it to the oils over here, though. Sauce, what's going on, Sauce? Easy Gang, what's up? Zach, what's up? Oh, we in here. We in here. Rob T, we in here. So yeah, let's chop it up though, man. So this is what a lot of people are saying. It really bothers me, man. It bothers me that our quarterback is held under this microscope that a lot of people ain't just held to the fire like Jalen Hurts is. First of all, I want to talk about this. It's not an excuse. This is just the facts. You know what I mean? These are all facts, I'm going to say. And if you're a man and you listening to this, you should resonate with this. Yo, LB, been a minute since I tuned into a live. But I'm like, hey, I appreciate you for the super chat, Mike Green, man. I appreciate you, Mike Greer. Shout out to you, bro. This is the facts, man. Like whatever part of the male brain, if it's the frontal lobe, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to misquote nothing. I don't know if there's no doctors listening, but that part of your brain, the maturity part, the part where you got a grasp on life and you're making emotionless decisions, you know what I mean? And you're moving as a respectable adult. That part of your brain don't develop until you're 25. Somebody give me the comment and tell me how old Jalen Hurts is. Jalen Hurts is 23 years old. That's number one. That's number one. To put it in better perspective, according to science, AJ Brown is now stepping into that part of, that part of manhood. He's now stepping into that part to where he's making clearer decisions. He's seeing things for what it is. Listen, men don't hit their financial peak till I think it was 45. Read the same article or whatever I was reading. You know what I'm saying? So being as though this guy is 23 years old, still trying to figure out a lot of stuff. And if you go by science, he's 23 years old. He's not mature as a man yet, according to science. If you ask me, I think he's ahead of the curve in that area. A great quote by Bill Belichick. I got this from Cowboys Skywalker. I'm sorry if I'm messing your name up, bro, but y'all know what I'm talking about. It goes on the line something like this. The talent is the floor. I'm about to mess this whole Bill Belichick quote up, but it was crazy. It's like talent is the floor, and I guess how you are mentally, that's your ceiling. And that was a strong quote. You know what I mean? In terms of how you really judge players, if you go off about what Bill Belichick is saying, talent is just your floor. So take Denzel Mims, for instance. Denzel Mims, he didn't want to come to Philly, but everybody was saying with his size and his ability, the talent is there. But that was just the floor when you think about it in hindsight. Because if he would have had the right attitude, been able to go to work for whoever, no matter where you was at, we could have been able to see that talent. You see what I'm saying? You could have been able to see that talent. Now, right now, I'm not mad at nobody. Character. There you go, Mike. Thank you. Thank you. Talent is the floor and character is the ceiling. Come on, bro. And this Bill Belichick. This Bill Belichick. That's a quote that I'm going to. That's how I have been so good at evaluating a lot of these wide receivers. Everybody knows who's talented. What was the thing about DK Metcalf that they were saying? Was it character issues? I don't know. But you know what I mean? You got to know what you're looking at. You got to know what you're looking at. Herb, what's going on, Herb? My guy Philly Mike in the building. Shout out to the fellas, man. D-Lo, what's going on, D-Lo? Yeah, man. So if you look at it, Jalen Hurts got the talent. The talent is the floor. That's the bottom. You know what I'm saying? But the character that he got is going to catch up to the talent. It's almost inevitable. The frontal lobe of the man's brain doesn't develop until 25. He's already ahead of the department in that. So what's going to happen when small nuances of the game get going? What's going to happen when he start getting those small nuances of the game down pat? A problem. I understand. You know what I mean? The other people being scared. I understand Cowboys fans having negative things to say. I get it. I understand Giants fans saying, oh, but Hurts is throwing the ball. Got it. I know y'all. You know what I'm saying? But I don't understand when Philadelphia do it. I don't understand when Philadelphia do it. I don't do it. I don't understand when Philly fans do it. Because listen, if you get on board, it'll be easy for you to apologize. You only got a couple more months, I'm telling you now. It'll be easy for you to apologize. Because I know what a lot of y'all gonna do once you see what's happening, once you see how this thing play out. A lot of y'all gonna say I wasn't sure at first, but I was always willing to give him a chance. Don't seem like that to me. Now let's get into the meat and potatoes, though. A lot of people like to talk about, the playoff debut of Jalen Hurts. Mind you, debut means first time. It means I'm just getting here. I don't understand it. Jalen Hurts playoff numbers, what was it? I got it on my other screen right here. The playoff numbers for Jalen Hurts debut: 23 for 43, 53% completion percentage, 258 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 picks. 258 yards. I repeat, 1 touchdown, 2 picks. In playoff games, I don't believe there's a such thing as garbage time. I'm gonna stop that right there because you're playing to the bitter end. It's the last game of the season, but whatever. For sake's argument, I don't think it was much garbage time involved in that. You know what I mean? We were outplayed. He took it as a learning experience, a pure learning experience. You know what I mean? He didn't play well in that game. He learned a lot. You know what I mean? It was a lot of things happening. Dallas Goedert was dropping passes that could have kept drives extended. A lot was happening. A lot. Receivers weren't getting open. Vita Vea is kryptonite for Jason Kelce. I love Jason Kelce, but let's keep it a bean. When he lined up against Vita Vea as of lately, it's a walk in the park for Vita Vea. You know what I mean? We got a game plan better for guys like that. So let's keep it all the way 100 right there. The offensive line wasn't his best. You know what I mean? Tom Brady, Luke Skywalker, this up and down the field. It is what it is. Playoff debut happened. Head coaching debut happened. Head defensive coordinator debut. It happened. So what do? We go to the offseason. We start signing people. We start making draft picks. We start making ourselves the team to beat without even playing another game after that. But let's talk about other noticeable debuts that were garbage that don't get the same flack as Jalen Hurts' debut get. Give me some names. Y'all throw some names out there. For me. You know the first person I'm going to. We're going to talk about Kyler Murray. Now I just gave y'all Jalen Hurts' debut. I gave y'all Jalen's debut. Let's see what Kyler Murray got. Let's see what Kyler got. Let's see what Kyler playoff debut was like. You know what I mean? Not a lot of people. I think I might be the only person talking about the playoff debut of the number 1 overall pick. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't want to worry about the playoff debut of the number 1 overall pick. They don't want to worry about that. This is what Kyler Murray did, his playoff debut. 19 for 34. Also 50-something% completion percentage. 137 yards, no touchdowns, 2 interceptions. 137 yards, no touchdowns, 2 interceptions. I'm going to repeat that again. 137 yards. No touchdowns, 2 interceptions. But what are they going to say about Kyler Murray? What they're going to say was it was his debut. He got a lot to learn, and I'm sure he'll get it figured out. Why don't Jalen Hurts get that same courtesy? Why? How old is Kyler Murray? Also a guy a year older than Hurts. A year older than Hurts, actually. Still hasn't, reached what science says is the part of manhood when your brain starts to develop and you start to make emotionless decisions. That looks like that for Kyler Murray. Because after he stunk it up, he did a lot of crying, quit during the game. He still needs to mature. Clear as day. No disrespect, but that is what it is. Jalen Hurts ain't do none of that when he lost. Took it on the chin like a man. Like a man. Like a man. You know what I'm saying? Like a man. Let's go back to the quote. I forgot to quote that fast. That's what I was trying to think about. What did Bill Belichick say? The floor is your potential, character is your ceiling. What did Kyler Murray do in the last game you seen him play in? You tell me what took over. What took over? What will you remember him for? The character issues or the talent that you know he got? All I think about is the character that was displayed during that game. Let's talk about it. My guy Stu Vision, man, thank you for the super chat. If people expected Jalen Hurts to be able to read a Todd Bowles defense in his first year, every playoff game, then they set themselves up to be upset, goofy. Agreed. Now listen, I'm going to keep it a bean. I damn sure made a video, keys to victory, thinking we should win that game. That's what I'm supposed to do. I'm not going to pick no playoff game and say we lose. See all this green back here? Come on, bro. I'm not going to do that. But why are we not talking about Kyler Murray? Why? I know he went against the Rams. But they in his division. Didn't he beat them in the regular season? That's a team that you're familiar with. No excuses for it at all. No excuses for it at all. You know what I mean? No excuses for it. Michael Felder, thank you for the super chat. I just feel like that, you know what I'm saying? I feel like the criticism got to be the same all across the board. Let's pull up some other people. I'm not going to pull up Dak. Dak threw 3 touchdowns, I believe. No interceptions, and he lost in the shootout. Dak had an amazing playoff debut. I'm talking about people with notably bad playoff debuts. Who y'all want me to research? Throw some names out there if you're curious. I know another guy with a bad one too. You know what I mean? I ain't going to even tell you his name yet. I'm going to just read you the stat line. I'm going to read you the stat line. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to read you the stat line. You know what I mean? Hold on. I'll read you the stat line. Is this him? 1999. Playoff debut. 1999. 19 for 42. 45%. 45%. 227 yards. No touchdowns. No interceptions. And you lose that game. The second year, he also went to the playoffs. This is how he followed up the performance. 17 for 32, 53%. 1 touchdown. No interceptions. 194 yards. He went to the playoffs 3 straight years, I believe. 2002, this same quarterback went to the playoffs. You know what I mean? He hasn't been over 54%. You know what I mean? The third year, he goes back down to 45%. 14 for 31. No touchdowns again. 2 interceptions this time in 2002. I'm talking about Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning didn't throw his first touchdown in the playoffs until his third playoff game. His third playoff game. How old was he? 23 years old. That frontal lobe didn't develop, if we're going by science. 24 years old the second time. And then he didn't get back there until the frontal lobe developed, and he was actually even worse. Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning. LB Dak was 23 for 43, 254 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception versus the Niners. That's not bad. That's solid, though. That's solid. I don't know why I thought he threw 3 touchdowns. That's solid. That's not bad. That's solid. Are you talking about this year? I'm talking about Dak Prescott's playoff debut. Didn't they play Green Bay? I'm talking about the 2016 when it was all rookies and all. They had the number 1 seed. You know what I mean? Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning was horrendous. Horrendous in the playoffs when he was a young buck. Horrendous. But what they all say, he need time. He need time. He need time. That's what they all say, bro. Who else? Y'all want to look up Lamar? Now, come on. I think that's cheating. We all know Lamar is said to have limitations in the passing game. But Lamar, let's look it up for argument's sake. Lamar affects the passing game in so many different ways, though. Let me see. Lamar playoffs, 2018, 21 years old in the playoffs. 21 years old. 14 for 29, 48% completion percentage, 2 touchdowns and 1 pick. Am I really mad at that for a debut? No. I'm not really mad at that. I'm just not. 2019, he went back. The percentage went up to 52%. You know what I mean? So he's getting better. 365 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. That's a player. That's the playoffs. They say this dude can't throw, right? They just left him out of the top 10. 22 years old, 365 passing yards in the playoffs. Did they win that game? I'm not sure. 2020, I think 2020 is the one they won. The completion percentage goes even higher, 64.6 completion percentage. Another 341-yard passing game. You know what I mean? No touchdowns, 2 picks. This is a guy that they say can't throw, though. If you judge by his first 3 playoff games, Lamar Jackson, and Peyton Manning's first 3 playoff games, you would think the numbers and the statistics should be reversed. Gotten better completion percentage-wise every year. I mean, come on, what are we talking about, bro? But the stigma is this. Because he's athletic, you know what I'm saying? We got to downplay it. Meanwhile, Matt Stafford just won a playoff game for the first time in his life this year. Come on. Hey, LB, what about McNabb? Let's see what the numbers are. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's see McNabb playoff debut. McNabb playoff debut. The year 2000. Amazing playoff debut, might I add. McNabb, what the heck? That can't be right. Is that right? Oh, no. I've been kind of reading it wrong. So I'm gonna go back to Lamar and clean that up. But McNabb played 2 playoff games in the year 2000. So he actually won one. So you already know he had a great debut. He was 44 for 74 in those 2 games, 59% completion percentage, 3 touchdowns, 2 picks. If you win your playoff debut, you did well. I don't know the numbers for the first game, but he was 24 years old, right there on the cusp of that mental development, won his first playoff game. Come on, talk about it. So, yeah, McNabb had an amazing debut. He won his first playoff game. You can't be mad at that. I'm going to go back to Lamar for argument's sake. But Lamar been getting bounced out of the playoffs, so I think I won that right. I think I read that right. Back at Lamar real quick. Yeah, Lamar played 1 game in 2019, 1 game in 2018, 1 game in 2019, and 2 games in 2022. You know what I mean? And out of those 2 games in 2022 to have 64% completion percentage is pretty amazing. So I'm not mad at that. My guy Marcus Kane said, talk about it. What's going on, Aaron Sharp? You know what I'm saying? Like the way that they like to blow the playoff debut with Jalen Hurts out of proportion is just mind-boggling to me. They will find something new every week to convince you all that we got a bad quarterback. Like, do y'all want us to be sad this offseason? Or do you want to rally behind a guy with more weapons than a damn Russian warfighter tank? I mean, who you want to rally behind? Who you want to rally behind? Come on. If a zombie apocalypse happened today, where you going? You going to your friend house that run his mouth? And you don't know you don't know if he got weapons, or you going to your friend house that got the weapons? I'm going to go to it's a reason why everybody's saying we're going to be good. We got artillery now. So why not get behind your quarterback? He got artillery. And he showed you that he could take you to the playoffs without superior artillery. Stop it, man. Stop it. It's mind-boggling, bro. This comes from the inside. It's parts of the inside of the fan base that's rotten. I ain't gonna let it spread on my watch. Shit, I'm going to and this would kill me, bro. This would really kill me. I'm going to the Eagles games hoping for a win. I'm hoping for a win. I'm not hoping my guy look bad so I can say I told you so. I ain't got money to waste on tickets for that. You know what I mean? So Jacob Media, they quoted me during our last time we had an interview with Dan Seal and all of them, man. Shout out to those guys over there. You know what I mean? I said I believe Jalen Hurts can have the passing yards record, franchise record for the Philadelphia Eagles, which is only 4,039 yards. Very doable, right? Do the math on that. It's under 250 yards a game. Very doable, right? I think it's doable because you have an extra game. I'll take the extra game into consideration, but we're going to talk about that in a minute. I think it's doable because you have a guy that's progressed. You know what I mean? I think it's doable because you have a guy that has the craziest set of weapons that we've ever seen as Philadelphia Eagles. You talking about, in my opinion, a top 5 wide receiver room. Top 5. A lot of people can't grasp that concept either because you can't tell me, in the chat right now, give me a team with a better wide receiver number 2 and wide receiver number 3 than the Philadelphia Eagles. Let's leave all wide receiver 1s out of the equation. Give me the number of teams with a better wide receiver 2 than the Philadelphia Eagles and wide receiver 3 of the Philadelphia Eagles. If Devontae Smith is your number 2 wide receiver and Quez Watkins is your number 3 wide receiver, give me a team, give me a better team with better weapons, and I could debate that all day. I could debate that all day. The point is, you got the weapons, and I'm not even talking about Goddard. Bengals would be one. Bengals would be one. Are they? Yeah. Bengals would be one because you got Tyler Boyd. Tyler Boyd is a dog. Tyler Boyd is a dog as a number 3 wide receiver. Bengals will be number 1. Bucks. So you're taking out Mike Evans. Who's the 2 guys? Who's the 2 guys that in Tampa? Who the 2 guys in Tampa? Who the 2 guys in Tampa? Rams. So you're taking out Cup. Who the 2 guys? Who the 2 guys with the Rams? Who the 2 guys with the Rams? Who the 2 guys with the Rams? I'm asking. See, that's what everybody does. Everybody just throws out names. Who are the 2 guys with the Rams? Odell Beckham didn't re-sign again. So you telling me Van Jefferson is that much better than Quez Watkins? So I'll give you Bengals. I'll give you Rams. I'll give you Bengals and I'll give you Rams because I actually like Van Jefferson. I'm not giving you Oakland because if you take Devontae Adams out, who's over there? Henry Renfrow, who's the other wide receiver? Who's the other wide receiver? Who is it? Who is it? I'm not giving you Chargers because that means you're taking out Keenan Allen. You got Mike Williams. Mike Williams is not the wide receiver Devontae Smith is. He's just bigger. Who's number 3? Who is number 3? Who's number 3? You know what I mean? I'm taking out number 1 wide receiver because this is what I believe. I believe you're only as good as your 3rd wide receiver if you're talking about deep wide receivers. The Bills I can kind of think about the Bills. I can kind of think about the Bills. People forget to include tight ends. They catch passes a lot now. That's true, Mike. That's true. But we talking about wide receiver rooms. When meetings happen, tight ends got different rooms that they go into than wide receivers. I'm talking about wide receiver rooms. So that's another big reason why I think Jalen Hurts could pass for 4,000 passing yards. Another big reason. Make no mistake about this, man. There are people that think 4,000 passing yards is not exclusive. There are people who think that we're in so much of a passing league, that we're so much in the future that everybody's throwing for 4,000 passing yards. Look up the yards leaders the last couple years. Look it up. Look it up. On average, let me ask y'all something, man. How many people do y'all think is passing for 4,000 passing yards or more in a season on average? How many? How many? I don't think there's ever been a year in NFL history where half the league, that's 16 quarterbacks, passed for 4,000 passing yards in the season. Last year it was 10. I went all the way back to 2011, then I got tired of looking. I went all the way back to 2011, then I got tired of looking. The most from this season that just passed to 2011, which is over 10 years ago, was 13. Was 13. Now, I think the extra game could come into consideration for Jalen Hurts reaching that milestone. I think it could come into consideration, but that extra game could also be disastrous. You could throw 5 picks in that game and have the worst game of your life. So the extra game thing, really, the extra game, in my opinion, is an opportunity for you to mess up more or an opportunity for you to succeed more. That extra game ain't on the side of nobody. Ain't on the side of nobody. This contact sports, this football. Your season can end by playing an extra game. Are you going to get mad at the commissioner? Well, if it wasn't for that extra game, I wouldn't have tore my ACL. You see what I'm saying? So, yeah, I think he could do it. I think he could get it done. And how ironic would that be? Listen, 4,039 passing yards is not a lot. It's not a lot. It's not a lot. So, absolutely, I believe it could be done. You know what I mean? What I'm not going to let happen is when it happens, people want to say, well, listen, it's so rare. It's so rare for this to happen. As Eagles fans, we should know better than to sneeze at a 4,000 passing yard season. We only got one guy that ever did it, Carson Wentz. And he got traded right after he did it. And people want to say, oh, that's because Carson Wentz is a good quarterback. He ain't do it again. Carson Wentz going into his 7th year with one 4,000 passing yard season. And a snap and a half in the playoffs. We got to start calling a spade when you're talking about him. That's just the facts. It's just the facts. And I was a Wentz guy. Going into a 7th season, one 4,000 passing yard season, and a snap and a half in the playoffs. I used to think Carson Wentz was better than Dak. I did. But we're not sneezing at 4,000 yard season. When Jalen Hurts do it, hold it in the same regard. I'm going to tell you how rare it is in some cases for guys to have 4,000 yard seasons. Like I said, the Eagles been around since 33. Only did it one time with one quarterback. Yes, Donovan McNabb never did it. Never did it. Came close one year, never did it. The Bears went through the whole 16-game era without a quarterback passing for 4,000 passing yards. I just looked it up. In fact, I posted it on the whole era, the 16-game era. They got a Super Bowl and that, you know what I'm saying? That it's rare in some cases. There's not many years where 10 guys do it. It's 32 teams in the league. When he does it, it's a damn accomplishment. With the luxurious history of the Philadelphia Eagles, for Jalen Hurts to walk away out of this season being the franchise leader in passing yards is a huge slap in the face to all the people saying he can't throw the ball. We've had Jaws. We've had Donovan McNabb. We've had Michael Vick here. Carson Wentz, who's the leader. You got to add him. Nick Foles. It'll be a huge slap in the face to all of the downsayers and naysayers if he does it. That's what I'm hoping he do, a 4,000 passing yard season. And I think he's going to get it done. The Cowboys let Dak stat pad. Someone on Twitter say AJ Brown couldn't outrun DBs. Come on, I posted the video. That's a lie. The lie detector test determines that, some people should use their fingers for less tweeting and start, going out in the yard and pulling weeds. We need you there more. We need you'll be better use there instead of tweeting. Come on, bro. Dak been better than Wentz. I mean, listen, Tom told that. The time that we all seen in the development and how these two guys' careers went, it showed that. Do you know how broken you got to be as a sports fan to still apologize for Carson Wentz after he's been on 2 different teams? After he's been passed around like the village bicycle, for you to still think in your mind, well, I wonder what Carson would have did with the weapons that we got now. Do you know how much think about how crazy that sound? There's people who believe Carson Wentz didn't have weapons in Indy. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing this day and age? Carson Wentz had a running back with 1,800 rushing yards, 18 touchdowns, and a 1,000-yard receiver in Michael Pittman. Then he went up there against Trevor Lawrence, and not only did he wet the bed, rolled around in the pea stain, wet it again, and wrung the bed out and rolled around. Come on, bruh. Come on. You talking about wet the bed? He wet the bed, then lit the mattress on fire, then got back under the covers. It was crazy. To the Jags? With a playoff berth on the line? On God, Jalen Hurts win that game. Hey, a great offensive line. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. LB was good. I'm hearing Dollars trying to get DK Metcalf. I heard a little bit of something about it. Let them do them, man. Listen. They got to do something instead of worrying about being on the Forbes list. You know what I mean? A bunch of they look. If you're not following me on Twitter, please do at @Lord_Brunson. A bunch of people believe, you know what I mean, that the Twitter messages I get that the Dallas Cowboys is a great franchise over there. You know what I mean? Because they made the Forbes list. That's what a guy told me. Well, I'm like, look, since y'all got all that bread, y'all made the Forbes list. Buy some free agents. Hire some people to help y'all win. Hire some people. Hire some people. I'm gonna give y'all some teams that are currently in a drought, 10 years or greater, of not going to an NFC championship game. The Washington Redskins or the Washington Commanders, the Washington Commodes. You know what I mean? 30-something years. The Dallas Cowboys on the list as well. Over 25 years. The New York Giants are on the list as well. About 12 years now. You know who not on that list? The Philadelphia Eagles. So when you refer to the NFC least, please watch your mouth. And when you directing that to anybody with the color green on, watch your mouth. Just watch your mouth. The Jaguars got more playoff wins than the Dallas Cowboys since the year 2000. When are we going to start talking about them like the poverty franchise there? That's the epitome of poverty. It's the truth, though. It's the truth. Just because you roll some dog doo-doo around in glitter don't mean it's not dog doo-doo no more. It don't. It's just shiny poop. Very shiny. Smell it and see if it still smells the same, though. We ain't going to do that, though. We're not going to let it. Listen, we allow franchises to get away with just capping. We allow franchises to act like they're something that they not. We allow them to do it. I don't. I'm not allowing you to do it. Like, you're trash. You're on lists with Washington, bro. You're on lists with Jaguars, Jets. I don't relate to that lifestyle. I don't relate to that. You know what I mean? I don't relate to that shiny poop. LOL. Y'all want that on the t-shirt? Y'all want shiny poop shirts? Can't do that. You know what I mean? But it is what it is, though, man. Do I believe he'll pass for 4,000 passing yards? I do. Do I believe it should be celebrated when it happens? I do, because it don't happen a lot. Look it up. It's no cap over here. Look it up. Look up the years, bro. It don't happen a lot. It don't. Everybody wants to say that this is a passing league now. The rules are in favor of the quarterbacks. The rules are in favor of the quarterbacks to keep them upright. But I believe before you got 20 quarterbacks passing for 4,000 passing yards in a season, I believe there'll be more Micah Parsons running around here to make sure that they don't got enough time to throw a ball. That's what I believe, that defenses are getting faster and scarier. Defenses are developing way faster into wrecking forces than offenses are in the National Football League. Yeah, more points are being put up. That's the nature of the beast. But defenses and think about the scary players. Think about the scary guys in the NFL right now. They all on the defensive side of the ball. The TJ Watts, the Aaron Donalds. JJ Watt was one of them ones. Micah Parsons is one of them ones. Von Miller, one of them ones. That's why you pay big money for guys that can cause havoc. My guy Drew, thank you for the super chat. LB Dak is 1-3 in the playoffs in 7 years. He only has one playoff win. One playoff win, then Hurts. Pathetic. Yeah, it's pathetic. But this is the thing about Dak. Now, my gripe is more about the Dallas Cowboys as a franchise than it is about just Dak Prescott. The thing with Dak Prescott is Dak Prescott performs in the regular season. Being to 3 playoff games is cool. That's good, man. That means that your offense is potent enough to give you a chance. You know what I mean? But as long as you wear that uniform, you're not getting to an NFC championship game. It's the uniform. It's the owner. It's the fan base. Some people deserve to win. And they wear green. Only cat round here is Hurts season. I heard that. There's a lower limit to how much teams can spend since the 2011 CBA. Cowboys spend a lot, but they go after entertainers like Romo and Dak, Zeke, T.O., Jalen, not real ballers. This is the thing, man. The Dallas Cowboys haven't even overcome the implementation of the salary cap since when was that? The 1994 season, 1995 season, when the NFL started the salary cap. Once that happened, the Dallas Cowboys didn't figure out a way to pay people and win championships. They haven't figured it out. So the salary cap ended their reign because you know if you could just throw money around and sign whoever you want, the Dallas Cowboys will probably win every year. But you can't do that no more. That's another conversation for another day. Jalen can't beat good teams feasted on garbage. Listen, man, y'all gonna say everything until I bet you beat a good team next year. But what y'all gonna say? They ain't good. Come on, man. It is what it is, though, man. Leave a comment in the description if you believe Jalen Hurts can eclipse 4,000 passing yards. Leave a comment if you believe he can't. Make sure y'all like. Make sure you're subscribed. Shout out to y'all, bro. I'm gonna do a couple giveaways. I'm gonna give away a couple tickets to the home opener Monday Night Football. Listen, if you haven't been to an Eagles game, go to a Monday Night Football Eagles game. It's different. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I already got one person, that I selected. Never been to a game. We're gonna have an amazing time. It's gonna be lit. And I'm trying to get 2 to 3 tickets, and I'm trying to have these people sit with me. You know what I mean? It hurt me every time I say it because where I'm sitting at costs a goddamn check. But I want to sit with some people that support me, so I'm gonna make it happen. So just let me know, man. Let me know if you want to go or not. You know what I mean? I'm gonna pick some people, man. You got to be sincere about not have been to a game before, and we gonna definitely kick it, man. It's gonna be lit. Jay Hurts will hit 4K, man. If we had a screen game this year, we really missed the screen game. You know what I mean? And I've been thinking a lot about the meat we left on the bones with some of the that's a good point with the screen game. We lost a lot of yards with that. But some of the drop passes and stuff like that, it's like, but that's kind of unfair, man. When you talk about adding in the numbers of the drop passes and the drop touchdown passes, then you got to add in the numbers of the drop interceptions. I'm fine with that. Give me the drop interceptions. Give me the drop, the drop touchdowns, and show me what it would have been if everybody would have did their job, including catch interceptions. You know what I mean? And I believe that the season would have still been very much in shape for Jalen Hurts, man, to be, talked about, you know what I'm saying, less in the light of a guy that has all this improving to do. You know what I mean? But shout out to y'all, man. Thank y'all for tapping in for lunchtime with the bullies. I'm gonna get back to it, man. Official video coming out. A lot of stuff happening, man. Mike, if you still here, we're gonna figure something out for GOAT Talk. We're gonna try to get a good Eagles roundtable together around training camp or right before training camp, or maybe after the first week of training camp. You know what I mean? Let's think about it. Let's sit down and sit on it, and let's discuss some things with the community. I'm going to holler at 500. Some of the fellas, we're going to get it popping, man. Thank y'all for tapping in. Enjoy your lunch. Drink water, too. Don't forget that. It's been hot out here lately.